The next chapter, Boys and Girls, is Cheese Slices on page 77. So if you do not have it with you, go ahead and hit pause, grab your text, and let's read along as you hear me read. In the previous chapter, previous several chapters, Thea was named leader of the group. Geronimo is not that happy. He's ready to go home. He says that Thea and Trap are always arguing, and she's a bit bossy, okay? So Cheese Slices on page 77. Let's go there now. Keep your eyes on the text. You should see the words as you hear the words, okay? That night, Thea stayed up very late. I wondered what my sister had up her sleeve this time. You just never know with that mouse. Early the next morning, while we were having breakfast, Thea arrived out of breath. She said, "Hooray! I did it," she cried, waving the map. Trap jumped. "Do you have to scream so early in the morning?" he shouted. "You know I'm not awake until I've had my cup of steamed cheese. 2 sugars hold the milk. Now what is it?" Thea jumped onto the table and cleared her throat. "I have discovered," she began. "Drum roll, please." "What?" shouted Trap, grabbing her by the tail. "What?" Thea shot Trap a smug smile. "First, I have determined our position using the astrolabe, and then I checked it with the triangulation and worked out the logarithm." "Say what?" "Astrolamp, strangulation, congogarithm," snorted Trap. "Do you mind speaking English? I hate it when you use such big words." My sister pointed to the map. "First, we have to head north to Morewater Bay, and then we go around What's the Point Peak and head toward Molehill Mountain. There, we'll find the Floridan River. We follow the river to Hard as Nails Hill, and from there it should be as easy as pie to find the Emerald Isle." At the mention of the word emerald, Trap put his arm around Thea. "Oh, my little cousin, let me be the first to congratulate you," he beamed. "Did anyone ever tell you that you are a real genius?" "So where did you say that treasure is exactly?" Thea snorted. "What is the matter with you? Are your eyes covered in cheese slices?" "Look here at the map," she squeaked, flapping it under Trap's snout. "There is an X on it as big as the moon over Mouse Island." Trap just smiled and stroked Thea's paw. "My dear, sweet, kind, beautiful, charming little cousin," he said. "I suggest we leave tomorrow morning." "Oh, no, maybe tonight. As a matter of fact, I could be ready to leave right now." All right, so if I asked you what detail in the text supports the fact that Trap is excited and is pumped and money hungry, what would you say? Okay, there's lots of things that you could find. He's basically kissing up to his cousin, right? He said, "My dear, sweet, kind, beautiful, charming little cousin." Okay, that's one detail that supports that he's super excited. Another, he said, "Oh, my little cousin, let me be the first to congratulate you." Okay, there's another detail that supports that he is super excited. And then when he talks about, "I could be ready to leave right now." Okay, so always think about details that support how the characters are feeling. All right. Let's continue. Second paragraph on page 80. Wait a minute," I jumped in. "We have to map out our route, calculate the times and stages of our trip." Trap was getting more and more frantic. "What times? What stages? This sly mouse right here has organized everything. We are leaving and that's that," he squeaked. And then he and Thea put their heads together and began discussing the details of the journey. Of all the nerve! It seemed as if I was already left out. Meanwhile, my nephew sat munching the last cheesy chew with a dreamy expression on his face. "Treasure. Real, honest, to good mouse treasure," he murmured. All right, so that chapter, boys and girls, basically, if you had to think about what is mainly about, the big idea, the main event, Thea has figured out how to get from where they are to the treasure. So she's mapped out the path in which they will take, okay? All right, so check that with your event map and make sure that you picked out a similar main idea. All right, talk to you soon.